Welcome into the Michigan Football Report. You got Coach Jimmy back on the headset today. I'm your host, James Yoder. As always, we're going to go over Michigan football recruiting. It is now 4 days till signing day. You got tomorrow, Sunday. You got Monday, Tuesday. Signing day is Wednesday, February 3rd. Won't be as much activity as years past because of the early signing day and Michigan's entire class outside of Giles Jackson, outside of Xavier Worthy, have enrolled the guys who you expect to and such. But we do have a little bit of news. I'll get that to you in a moment. Want to make sure you guys know where to follow me on Twitter, at James Yoder. If you follow me on Twitter, of course, you got to let me know that you're an MFer. Just give me a tweet. Say, James, I'm an MFer. Say you like the show, whatever it is. I'll make sure to give you a retweet and follow you back. If you missed it, Tyler Martin, a 2022 guy, he has decommitted from Michigan. One of the higher rated recruits of a small 2022 class already, but he's one of these Northeast kids. He's one of these players that Don Brown was, frankly, kind of obsessed with over the last few years. If you're from the state of Massachusetts, if you're from one of the states in the Northeast, Don Brown's going to offer you a scholarship if you're 3 stars or better. So he decommitted. The reports out there from the recruiting sites, people will follow this a little closer than I do. They're going to call out to the kid, the coach at his high school, etc. So there was a mutual decision. I'm not sure what that really means. What I connect some dots is he committed back in September, about 6 weeks before Michigan's 2020 season got started on October 24th. It was that Don Brown was his main recruiter, and Michigan's new defensive coordinators, co-defensive coordinators come in. He wasn't at the top of their list, probably from an athleticism perspective, but the top 300 recruit, 4-star linebacker. Maybe he's going to drop his ranking. We'll see where he ends up. If he ends up going to Boston College or Temple or somewhere like that, then they made the right decision. But if he ends up going to Clemson, if he ends up going to Florida State, if he ends up going to Miami, Virginia Tech, then maybe Michigan missed out and maybe you should have prioritized him a little bit more. But with Don Brown missing, kind of going out the door and us losing one of Don Brown's recruits from the Northeast, I want to ask you this question. Are you glad Don Brown was fired? Go down in the comments and let me know. I just want you to go down there and simply type Y for yes or N for no. You might get hit with a YouTube ad break here. If you do, just scroll on down and answer the question, scroll back up, and we will be rolling with the show. So what's up, MFers? It's the offseason. It is national championship offseason time for Michigan. I actually almost rolled out the offseason hyperbole, offseason blue Kool-Aid meter today because I'm seeing so much about how, oh my gosh, Michigan's new staff, they're just killing it in the recruiting trail. I think we've already got like 45 offers in the past 8 days since this new defensive staff, since some of these new guys on offense have come in. And that's exciting, right? Average age of 35 and a half years for this team. But nevertheless, I'm not necessarily convinced that young is just better. But if you guys are here, if you watch, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. It's youtube.com/Michigan TV. We're going to have content for you, not every day in the off season, but 4 days a week, 5 days a week. We're going to get a bunch of questions, a bunch of shows, including your questions. We'll start doing more off-season mailbags. And I'll tell you when you don't need to listen to the hype that the MGO blobs and the Free Press and the scammy web are going to put out there telling you how Michigan's going to be unbelievable and the new staff's bringing all this energy and all this different stuff. You got to go to somebody you can trust. I have no agenda other than tell you the truth and let you know what I feel about Michigan football. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Next up is Donovan Edwards. Early enrollee. Got on campus about a week after the rest of the Michigan football 2021 recruits who came on campus early because he had a state championship to win. And yesterday he was named the Michigan's 2020 Mr. Football for the 2020 season. He's a 2021 recruit, of course, because they don't graduate a normal year until May or June. But big award for him. If you look back, though, the state of Michigan, unlike any state I've seen in the country, seems to swing and miss with like 3-star guys who don't really do anything in college. So Donovan Edwards being a borderline 5-star guy, it's one to look out for. Will the state of Michigan put a Mr. Football into college, have him star and excel, and have him go out there and potentially be a first-round, second-round NFL draft pick? He's Michigan's highest-rated running back recruit since the 2013 season. Derek Green. Okay. Michigan does not have a lot of good luck with top 100 recruits, certainly not even with 5 stars. I kind of go over them in my head off the cuff. Obviously, 5 years ago, Kareem Walker, he was a complete bust. Derek Green, before him, he was kind of a bust. Carlos Brown, if you remember him in the 2007 class, he was a top 30, 40 player in the country. Kevin Grady, Kelly Baraka. It's been 2 decades of some really poor top 30, top 40, top 50 recruits. But Donovan Edwards is one that a lot of people have high expectations for. 24/7 Sports just a few days ago released their final 2021 24/7 top players and named him the number 32 in the country, final 5-star in the class. But in the composite that ranks 24/7, ranks Rivals, ranks ESPN, kind of combines them all into one, he is still the number 40 player in the country, just outside of a 5-star. But I'm excited to see what he does. He had a huge playoffs once the state of Michigan got back into playing football after the shutdowns and absolutely excelled in the state championship game. And his high school head coach there at West Bloomfield is Ron Bellamy, who is now Michigan's new wide receivers coach. So big things coming from Donovan Edwards, hopefully in the 2020 season. But I ask you guys, I want to tell you guys about BetUS, our sportsbook partner. It is chatsports.com/GoBlue. You get 125% deposit bonus just in time for next weekend's Super Bowl. And if you get going with them and make your first bet on the Super Bowl, boom, hooking you up with a Michigan football jersey. Just go to chatsports.com/GoBlue. Make sure you deposit and use that promo code GoBlue for 125% deposit bonus. And then email us goblue@chatsports.com to redeem. Don't call up BetUS and ask for your jersey. We're sending them here. I got a box full of Michigan jerseys behind my desk, just waiting to fold up, stick in the mail, and send that over to you. So get going with BetUS, our sportsbook partner. Bet in the Super Bowl, and email us goblue@chatsports.com to get that Jordan Brand Michigan football jersey. All right, told you yesterday about some defensive tackles that Michigan's making a little bit of room with. Got a commit earlier in this week, a couple days ago. Rayshon Benny, Michigan's going after. How about Ike Iwunnah, right? Not a player that most Michigan fans have heard of, but Michigan has been hitting him up heavily. Did a Zoom call with the entire Michigan staff yesterday. Mo Linguist has been leading the charge in getting him to potentially flip from Colorado to Michigan. He just committed to Colorado a week and a half ago, but now Michigan comes along, a little bit bigger program, a little bit more potential, with better coaching staff, and now he's considered Michigan. And from what I've read from the people I've talked to, I actually think there's a pretty good chance that he ends up committing and flipping over to Michigan and signing with the Wolverines next Wednesday on signing day. So not a highly rated guy, as you see. Number 1,102 in the country, is 60th or so best defensive tackle in America in this 2021 class. But Michigan can't say no to any defensive tackle that has any ability at all. As I told you yesterday, only 3 defensive tackles in the last 4 recruiting classes. You heard that right. If you missed it yesterday, 3 defensive tackles in the last 4 recruiting classes. George Rooks, and obviously Mozzie Smith and Chris Hinton is what Michigan has been dealing with as a program. And you got a couple guys coming back for their 5th and 6th year next year, so have some depth. But you go a year or 2 from now, Michigan's going to have almost no depth at the defensive tackle position. So I'm excited to see what Rooks does. And if they get Ike Iwunnah, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Ike, then we'll welcome you with open arms to the maize and blue you see on the screen there. Also got offers from Texas, although that was before Sark became the coach, so I'm not sure if that's still a committable offer for him. Boston College, Missouri, Baylor, and Washington State. So keep your eye out for this guy. Keep your eye out for potential flip coming up here in the next few days leading up to Wednesday signing day. We'll have all kinds of Michigan football recruiting news, information, and if anything happens outside the normal, we'll put a video out the second we have the information. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel today. Go Blue.